You should definitely play Heroes of Might and Magic 5, if you haven't already. This game will give you a lot of pleasant emotions and memories, just like it did for me. At the time of its release, the game received criticism. Many players argued that a fifth of the heroes were noticeably inferior to a third, but even despite this, the game received high marks. The game was originally scheduled for release in first quarter of 2006. However, after the start of open beta testing in January, fans of the Heroes of Might and Magic series protested to Ubisoft, opposing the premature release of the game. In their opinion, it was impossible to fix all the problems in the game before the end of March 2006. To accommodate fans, Ubisoft postponed the game's release to the second quarter of 2006. As a result, the English version of the game was released on May 16th. The basis of the gameplay is the management of heroes, game characters, who explore the global adventure map, lead armies of creatures into battle, use magic and collect resources and artifacts. Globally, the main action can be divided into several important aspects: moving heroes around the map, battles, and managing cities. All stages are turn-based. On the global map, moves are called days and are combined into weeks and months within the party. In battles, each combat unit has its own turn, including heroes. It was decided to abandon the idea of controlling a hero without an army, as was the case, for example, in Part 4 of Heroes. The hero cannot die on the battlefield, but if his entire army is destroyed, he disappears and becomes available for hire in the tavern, if there was one previously. For winning a battle, the hero receives experience. Upon reaching certain limits of the amount of experience, the hero moves to a new level. Before the battle is over, the hero can flee, losing his entire army, or surrender if an enemy hero is participating in the battle. In this case, you will need to pay a ransom for the right to keep the army. The amount depends on the number of troops, but this is the only small part of how many different features there are. So why it is worth playing this game now in 2024? The first is perhaps an interesting plot. The young king of the Griffin Empire, Nicholas, is forced to resist the attack of demons on his kingdom, but we will not play for him. Yeah, but for his wife Isabel. The whole plot tells us about the confrontation between good races and demons and other evil races. Yes, the plot is not new, but the characters are well written, and coupled with the interesting gameplay, the game is played cheerfully and none of the characters are annoying, as was the case in Heroes 6. For example, Anastasia. God, how she pisses me off, stupid bitch! Each campaign consists of 5 missions for each faction, namely humans, demons, undead, elves, dark elves, and mages. There will also be DLC, where gnomes and orcs will be added. Each is interesting and unique in its own way. By the way, the second reason to play is the gameplay. Those who have ever played previous parts of the Heroes or ever heard at least once about this series of games know that this is a turn-based game. You gather an army in the castle, improve your units with new buildings, pump up your hero. Skills have 3 levels, each of which open access to abilities, 1 per level, can be selected in any order. There are also unique skills that can only be learned by heroes of the certain class. There are a total of 12 skills in the game, not counting racial ones, but the hero can have no more than 6, one of which is always unique to a given hero class. A racial skill can have a 4th level, but a special artifact is required to obtain it. In addition, a racial skill may have a 4th skill, which requires a highly specialized version of hero development to obtain. Each hero encountered in the game has a personal name, biographical description, and a unique skill. Each time a hero levels up, one of 4 basic stats increases, and the choice is given to learn a new skill or increase the level of an existing skill. Do you want to throw submission and berserk at your enemies? Improve the magic of darkness. Do you want to destroy everyone with fire and ice? Select chaos magic, and so on. Believe me, the local combat and leveling system can seriously engross you for many hours of play. In my opinion, a very important reason to play Heroes is the atmosphere. Oh yeah. Firstly, the graphics. Even today, the graphics looks quite acceptable for the game, have its own unique style. Damn it, this is the only part of Heroes where a 3D image of the city you are in appears. This was not seen anywhere else in the Heroes. The camera flying across the entire city. It's awesome. I don't know why they abandoned this in the sequel, because this seemingly small thing took the series to a new level. Sorry. One of the important components of the atmosphere is the musical accompaniment. And I'm just not talking about music, but also about sounds, about the environment. Everything is cool here too. The sounds of combat, damage and spell casting are done well. Depending on what place you are in, be it the scorched land of demons, the dungeon of dark elves, or the beautiful grassy land, everywhere their own music theme plays, which is very atmospheric. When you play story missions, each faction plays its own unique music, just like in cities every race. Oh my god, have you ever heard elf music? Of course, I could talk for hours about how cool this game is, and even though it was released in 2006, it's still fun and enjoyable to play. At least give it a try. It's a pity that Ubisoft has closed the game servers, and you won't be able to play online, unless you download third-party resources, where through hellish pain in your ass you can play with other players. But do you need it? These were several reasons to play Heroes of Might and Magic 5. If you like it, like and subscribe for review videos, although I can't call it a review, but do it anyway if you want to see more videos about other games. See you.